The fall and last August, I returned home for my mission for my church, and I was attending a different university, and I was having a good time. I was going through school and going through the motions and things like that. But in high school, I'd always run cross country and track, and I always had that what if about running in college. I wasn't too sure if I was good enough or not, or if I really wanted to. But Coach Inglestead down at Snow College on the track and cross country team, he had reached out to me, and about a month and a half in, I realized there's something was missing, and I missed that hard work that I had with my team. And so I ended up going and responding to that message. We had a couple calls, and I kind of made a big decision to go and switch to Snow College from that university, which a lot of my friends are like, what are you doing? My family's like, well, this is a little different. This is what we expected. But since I came down here in January, I've loved it. I've loved how I've grown as a person. I've especially loved having that team aspect and really working towards a common goal. So I would say that the people you surround yourself matters. And the people, if you can surround yourself with people who push you and who inspire you, help you to grow as a person, then you'll find even more growth. You'll find more happiness, and you'll be able to push your limits and do things you weren't able to do before. I found that at Snow College. I found that especially on my track and cross country team, but there's also been people I've met in my classes. We've been really like-minded. We've been able to have good conversations, and that were very, very uplifting and inspires us to grow as a people. So I think there's a lot of really good people at Snow College that can inspire you. Because of the cross country team, is when I came down here, I would go and be running with the guys, and I was running more miles than I ever had. We'd be hitting like 70 miles a week, and my roommates and the two people on my team, they'd be going and hitting like 90 miles, and I had never seen that before. I didn't even know that was possible. My coach, he would go and he would push us to go and do these reps and these workouts, and I didn't think that I could do these things. But just being in an environment of people like that, who are disciplined, who are working hard and are pushing their limits. For me right now, I'm doing well. I'm running more than that. And, I'm hitting 80, 90 miles a week consistently. And I never would have thought that was possible. But that's because of the people that I've been around, and just being around so many people who are all pushing themselves the most they can. That's helped me to become a better person, be inspired from it. So Snow College, they've had a couple really good resources and benefits. I think a couple of my teachers that I was able to go and talk to them, and they're able to write me letter of recommendations for scholarships and things like that if I need help with an essay. That's something with it's the small classes down here, and it's very personal. And so anytime that if I need a favor, if I ask a teacher, they've always been willing to help, or a faculty member. I think that's something that's really nice here about like that smaller feel, is that, if you don't ask, then then you won't get it. But if you ask, then they're willing to help with anything. So based on my experience, I'd say whatever you're interested in and whatever you want to do, pursue that. Don't go on a path that's just because other people have told you that, or that's because everybody else is doing. If whether it's music or whether it's sports or different things, take what you're most interested in and dive into it. Dive into it as much as you can, and I think doors from that open from there, and you'll find a lot more purpose, a lot more passion, and you'll enjoy that experience a lot more. Well, because of Snow College, it opened doors for me to find out what my passions really are. It gave me the opportunity to follow through and dive into them. And from that, I've really figured out more of the direction I want to take in my life.